So the AAdvantage Executive World Elite MasterCard, which is American Airlines top tier credit card, recently announced some big changes to the card that some people aren't going to be too thrilled about and some people are going to like. Me personally, I'm a current card holder and I like the changes. Today we're going to look at what's staying the same with the card, what negative changes are happening, and lastly, what benefits are being added to the card. These changes will take effect starting July 23rd. But first, if you're into this kind of content, consider subscribing to the channel and joining our small community. But let's go ahead and dive into it. So first, as far as the things that are staying the same, the primary card holder and up to 2 guests are going to get Admirals Club access. However, there is a negative change coming to this feature, which we'll get into in a minute. You're still going to get priority check-in, priority boarding, and priority screening for card holders and companions on the same reservation. I'll point this out because recently I learned, or just maybe paid attention, that these priority benefits don't extend to your travel companions on all co-branded airline credit cards. Anyway, moving on, you and up to 8 companions on the same reservation will get your first check bag free. You'll still get the $100 global entry TSA pre-check application fee credit every 4 years. And lastly, you'll still save 25% on in-flight food and beverages when you use your card to pay for them. I'm definitely glad nothing is changing with the free check bags, because once my time in the military is officially up, I'm gonna need that. By the way, for those that don't know, I unofficially retired from the military and went full-time YouTube with my 2 channels back in May. I officially retire later this year and will no longer get free check bags with American Airlines. So as much as I travel, I need the free check bag benefit that comes with this card. But anyway, those are the things that are staying the same with the AAdvantage Executive Card. Next, let's see what's changing for the worse. First off, the annual fee is increased from $450 to $595 per year. That's a big jump. This card used to have the lowest annual fee of all the top tier airline credit cards. Now it has the highest, beating out the United Infinite's $525 annual fee and the Delta Reserve's $550 annual fee. Starting July 23rd, the cost of an Admirals Club membership is going to be rising to a whopping $850, and a day pass will increase to $79 per person. So even with this higher annual fee, you're still getting good value out of the card if getting complimentary Admirals Club membership was your primary reason for having it. Speaking of Admirals Club membership, a major benefit that separated this card from its peers is that you can add up to 11 authorized users at no additional cost. And they will get full Admirals Club membership as well. Well, that is no more. Now you're going to have to pay $175 total for your first 3 authorized users. And if you want to add more after that, you'll have to pay $175 for each additional authorized user. That is a huge change, but I honestly seen it coming. I visit Admirals Clubs maybe 10 times a year, and many times the lounges are way too packed. Other airlines have been tightening up on their lounge access policies, so I knew American Airlines would be following suit. But those are the benefits that we'll be losing. Next, let's check out the benefits that will be added to the card. First, you're going to get a $120 Grubhub statement credit each year. Like many of these types of credits, it's broken into $10 per month. So if you spend $20 on a Grubhub order in the month of August, you'll only be reimbursed for $10 of that order. And no, these monthly credits do not roll over. If you don't use them, you lose them for that month. I typically order food delivery service about 2 or 3 times per month, so this credit is definitely going to save me some money. But I will say this, over the past 10 years, I've lived in a couple cities that didn't have services like Grubhub, Uber, Lyft, none of that, because of how small the town was. So everybody isn't going to benefit from this credit, or at least get to use the full $120. Speaking of Lyft, you're also going to get $120 in Lyft credits every year that will be broken into $10 per month. And lastly, as far as credits, you'll get $120 back on Avis or budget car rentals every calendar year. This rental credit is not broken into monthly credits like the other 2 are. You can use the full credit all at once if you choose to. So with these new credits, that's $360 in value you can get out of this card if you're already using those services. I'm going to use all the Grubhub and Lyft credits because I already use those types of services. But I only rent cars maybe once every other year, so I probably won't get all the value out of that credit. Alright, next, let's take a look at the changes that are being made to the mile earning categories, which is where this card was thoroughly lacking. With the new changes, you're now going to earn 10x on car rentals booked through AA.com, 10x on hotels booked through AA.com, and 4x on American airline flight purchases. AA miles are valued at 1.7 cents per mile, which is very high for an airline. So that's going to be a return on spend of 17% on car rentals, 17% on hotels, and 6.8% on American airline flight purchases. That's a huge improvement. I might even consider using this card to book certain hotel stays, as I don't have many avenues to earn AA miles. One of my biggest complaints about this card was that it was only offering me 2x on American airline flights and 1x on everything else. Trash. I'm glad they've done something about it though. You're also going to start earning 5x on American airline purchases after you spend $150,000 on the card in a calendar year. I don't think many of us will be putting that kind of spend on this card, but for those who will, this is a plus for you. The card will now be earning loyalty bonuses as well. When you reach 50,000 loyalty points in a status qualification year, you'll receive an additional 10,000 bonus loyalty points. You'll also receive another 10,000 loyalty points when you reach 90,000 loyalty points in that same qualification year. Alright, the last change that's coming to the card is that you'll now get trip cancellation and trip interruption insurance, trip delay insurance, lost luggage insurance, and worldwide car rental insurance. These should have been a standard since this is a top tier airline credit card, but as many of you know, Citi got rid of many of their travel insurances. But it's good to see that they are starting to come back. So these are all the changes coming to the AAdvantage Executive World Elite MasterCard. Like I said in the beginning of the video, I like the changes. It's definitely a better card for me and my travel lifestyle, mainly because of the new mile earning categories and new credits. I know some people are going to be bummed out about having to pay for authorized users now, and the fact that authorized users will no longer get complimentary Admirals Club access. But it is what it is. The lounge experience was definitely starting to get worse due to them being overcrowded. My guess is that the card will have an increased sign-up offer after these changes take effect July 23rd. So if you're interested in the card and you want to support the channel, you can do so by applying using the links in the description box below. Make sure they are competitive though. Now what about you? What are your thoughts on the new changes? Is the card better or worse? I look forward to hearing your opinion. I'll see you in the next video. Have a good one.